Sa loob po ng lower house, nagsumikap naman po ang grupo ng mga sipsip sa administrasyon ni Marcos Jr. na birahin at makabutas ng pwedeng ibira kay former President Rodrigo Duterte sa kanyang government tungkol dito sa usapin ng South China Sea, West Philippine Sea, maritime conflict and dispute with China. Pinatawag ang mga former cabinet secretaries nito. At dito ay mas naliwanagan na ang dapat singilin pala sa nagaganap na mga status quo o gentleman's agreement na ginagamit nila na termino ay hindi si Pangulong Duterte, kundi ang mga previous government, at inayos lang ni Pangulong Duterte ang stabilidad sa rehiyon ng Asia-Pasipiko. Tunghayan natin ito.
Do you swear to tell the
Sa ikalawang araw na magkatuwang na investigasyon ng House Committee on National Defense and Security at Special Committee on the West Philippine Sea nito Martes, Mayo 21, hinggil sa umunoy gentleman's agreement sa pagitan ng China at dating administrasyon, present na ang mga inimbitahang dating miyembro ng gabinete ng Duterte administration matapos na hindi sumipot sa unang araw ng pagdinig. Kabilang dito sina dating Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdea, dating Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana at dating National Security Advisor Hermogenes Esperon Jr. Iginiit ng tatlong opisyal na hindi nila iniiwasan ang pagdinig ng dalawang komite sa Kamara at nagpaliwanag kung bakit hindi sila sumipot sa unang pagdinig nitong Lunes.
First, I would like to extend my apologies for being unable to attend the initial hearing yesterday. I received the letter invitation on a Friday, May 17. I had to attend to previously set engagement on May 20 yesterday. Contrary to some statements that we were avoiding this inquiry, we wrote this honorable body explaining our predicament, why we cannot attend the initial inquiry.
like the former executive secretary, I also apologize for not coming here yesterday because I've been away for a week last week, and when I came back, a lot of work was waiting for me at the office.
It is indeed my pleasure and honor to attend this meeting. I could have attended yesterday if I got an invitation. It seems that I was not traced by the Secretariat. It's good that the Honorable Chairperson Chairman Tupas, sent me an email through his staff. And I promptly answered last night that I will attend to today after our stockbrokers meeting, stockholders meeting today.
Sa pagdinig, nilinaw ni Medialdea na walang ginawang gentleman's agreement ang dating Pangulong Duterte at President Xi kasunod ng 8 beses na pagkikita ng dalawang lider mula noong 2016 hanggang 2018.
In my capacity as Executive Secretary, I was able to attend 2 of the official meetings between former President Duterte and President Xi. First was a state visit of President Xi in the Philippines sometime in November 2018, and the second was on the official visit of President Duterte to China in August 2019. Secretary Locsin was present in all those meetings. Of these 2 official meetings I attended, no gentleman's agreement ever took place between former President Duterte and President Xi.
Dagdag pa niya, ipinagpatuloy lamang ng Duterte administration kung anong napagkasunduan ng Aquino administration sa China noong 2013 sa ilalim ni dating Defense Secretary Voltaire Gazmin. Yun ay ang pagsusuplay lamang ng pagkain at tubig para sa tropa na militar na nakaistasyon sa BRP Sierra Madre sa Ayungin Shoal at ang hindi pag-repair sa kinakalawang na World War II warship.
The decision on the West Philippine Sea dispute came out on July 12, barely 12 days after the Duterte administration assumed office. The status quo at the Ayungin Shoals, where BRP Sierra Madre, a dilapidated warship, has served as a Philippine military outpost in a low elevation reef since 1999, was in a 2013 commitment of former Defense Secretary Gazmin to the Chinese Ambassador Ma Keqing that he would only deliver food and water to the Marines stationed at the vessel. There was no commitment on the repairs of the vessel, sir.
Ayon naman kay dating Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana, noong 2021 nang mag-umpisa ang water cannon incident sa Ayungin Shoal dahil sa paniwala ng China na nagdadala ang Pilipinas ng mga repair material sa BRP Sierra Madre. Pero patuloy niya siyang nakikipagdialogo kay Chinese Ambassador to the Philippines Wang Zilian upang maibsan ang tensyon.
Now, with the gentleman's agreement, this came out only when Ambassador Huang started talking about this agreement later on, I think early last year, about agreement. But he mentioned this to me during the first incident of the water cannon incident in Ayungin Shoal in November of 2021. I remember very well because I was talking to him that night about he was complaining about lead supply and strengthening of the Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal. And while we were talking pala at that night, they were already bombarding our supply ship with water cannons. So I wrote to him the following day with protesting the action of that.
Nanindigan din ng dating National Security Advisor na walang secret agreement sa pagitan ni dating Pangulong Duterte at President Xi kasunod ng mga pagpupulong ng dalawang lider.
But I'm not really sure what gentleman's agreement we are talking about here unless we hear the report of the source of the report itself. Because when we had the bilaterals on October 19, on the 18th, we traveled from Brunei to China. So the bilaterals was on the 19th.
Okay.
So I did not hear anything about an agreement except an open discussion of what the president wanted to tell the Chinese side, which is mostly on the just promulgated arbitral ruling. The bilaterals ended up in that tune where there was an understanding that our president has presented the result of the arbitral ruling, and it was again, as we all know, that China did not recognize the arbitral ruling. So that was it. There was no secret agreement.
Bago natapos ang pagdinig, nagkaroon ng executive session ang mga kongresista kasama ang mga inimbitang resource person. Pinadadalo naman sa susunod na pagdinig ng Kamara sina dating Defense Secretary Gasmin at dating Presidential Spokesperson Attorney Harry Roque na unang nagpalutang tungkol sa umunay gentleman's agreement.
Yun. Congressman Jing, I know you're privy about these revelations ng mga top cabinet officials, top security leaders ng government ni former President Rodrigo Duterte, as you were also privy dito sa ginawa ng mga pag-uusap nila then Secretary of Defense Voltaire Gasmin sa panahon ni Pinoy. What comments would you like to reveal tungkol dito sa palpak na tunguhin nilang ipin down si Pangulong Duterte dito sa so-called House investigation on gentleman's agreement with China?
Well, unang-una, kay Eric, in fact, ako po ay nagagalak. On the contrary, na ginawa ito ni Speaker na nagpatawag siya ng ganitong
Forum.
hearing. Kasi, tulad ngayon, di naliwanagan. Kasi wala naman talagang tinatago si President Duterte. So, in fact, I'm thankful to the Speaker kasi nakapagsalita at napaliwanagan. Ngayon, doon sa blog ko na iparas kay paras, I went beyond this issue at sinabi ko na dapat talaga ipatawag yan si Gasmin. Sana nga yung si De Rosario, pero may he rest in peace.
Patay na eh.
Pero ipatawag din yan si Kuan.
Si Ochoa. Kasama sila nila
Si
Gasmin.
Ochoa. Si
kasama
Ochoa,
sila.
ipatawag din yan si itong kasalukuyang sekretary ngayon ng DFA.
Si Manalo.
Manalo kasi kasama yan. He was then an ambassador or an undersecretary. For sure, he was aware of what transpired.
At pati si T.D. Boy Locsin.
At saka, mga kababayan, ang punot dulo nito actually, kaya napilitan si Gasmin na magbigay nito, magsabi kay Makeking na, sige, hindi kami pabayagan. Kasi, there were several letters already from China demanding for their sovereignty over the Ayungin
Ayungin
Shoal.
Shoal.
Asking them na,
I-pull out ang
there
Sierra
was a
Madre.
letter from China to Ambassador, to Secretary Del Rosario, na talagang dinidemanda ng China yung kanilang sovereignty. Oh. Tapos at the time, si Ambassador Basilio
Oh.
also reiterated.
Tama. Nalala ko pa yan.
So, mabigat yung demand ng China. Kaya, in one occasion, sinabi ni Gasmin na, sige, hindi kami papayag na, hindi na namin papayagan na maglagay ng
Ng construction materials.
materials.
Food and water supply lang.
Oh. Hindi yan binago. Nirespeto ni President Duterte yan. Pero may mga, alam mo na, may mga intriga at saka may mga ibang madaldal din na mga opisyal dyan na para lang makapagsalita, they were confusing the issue. Kaya nagkaroon. Pero honestly,
There
this
was
is a blessing in disguise as far as Speaker Romualdez is concerned. It's a good idea that he did this. Pero ang mananagot nito, hindi lamang ipatawag nila si Voltaire Gasmin.
Yes.
At saka yung whoever, yung Ochoa.
Pati si Ochoa, executive
Oo.
secretary siya that time.
Tapos, ipatawag din nila si Orly Mercado.
Oo.
Kasi
Panahon ni
dapat tanungin din, ano ba talagang purpose? Bakit mo linubog yung binalahura mo yung Ayungin, sa Ayungin
Sierra
Shoal,
Madre.
Sierra Madre. What is really the purpose of the Philippine government? Why that was placed there?
Because he was the defense secretary of Estrada.
Because ito, kung tuusin
Tama,
mo,
si
if
Orly
you look at the arbitral ruling, hindi nag-rule ang kuwan dyan.
Ang International Court.
Oo, ang arbitration, hindi nag-rule. Kasi it militarized the area. By placing a military ship, hindi ngayon tayo, parang wala tayo ngayon jurisdiction over there kasi hindi mag-apply yung EEC.
Yes.
Kasi it is a military area. Kasi it was militarized by the President of... Yun lang dapat isang tanungin din ng House of Representatives. Para maliwanagan ang ano. At the end of the day, I hope this investigation will advise President Marcos, will advise Gibo Teodoro, will advise Secretary Anyo na talagang walang kinalaman. Dapat magkaroon ng diplomatic para walang diplomatic relationship para hindi mapupurnada ang taong bayan
Claro.
kung magkagera, di ba?
Maganda yung punto ni Congressman Jing Paras. No matter how the political bickerings may be brewing between the Dutertes and the Romualdez Marcos, itong opportunity na binigay ni Speaker Martin Romualdez for an investigation and an open forum para mailantad kung totoong si Rodrigo Duterte ba ang nagpasimuno ng tinatawag na gentleman's agreement ay naging forum at venue to ventilate the truth on the side of the former president.
Yes.
Tama yung punto mo, Congressman Jing. Ngayon, nakikita na ng buong bayan, ng buong mamamayan, it was in 2013 sa previous government na nagkaroon ng agreement. O oral, verbal man yan, whatever, kung may sulat man yan, hindi po nangyari sa panahon ni Rodrigo Duterte. Established facts yun. Number 2, si Rodrigo Duterte ay sinundan niya ang peaceful coexistence and cooperation and coordination through diplomacy.